Hello, I am the Irish guy, and this is a very wet, cold, and windy, dreary Wednesday. Well, for Manchester United fans, that is. Honestly, if you support this band, you honestly must feel like stuffing a dead pheasant up your nose. You've just been dumped out of the Champions League last 16 by Atletico Madrid. You know, a team who Chelsea easily ate on French toast this time last year. Yeah, I know they went to win the Liga, but that was a two-legged Champions League tie, which sort of confirmed to everyone that
Atletico Madrid are no match for the Premier League. They really do look like an unambitious waterlogged houseplant of a football team.
well, 12 months later, look at them now. All of them queuing up to do the Macarena on the Old Trafford turf, with Man United fans just resorted to chucking kebabs and pints of Sprite at Diego Simeone's jacket. I'm sorry, how is drenching his coat in milkshake supposed to fix your problems? I don't care if he did make David Beckham cry in 1998. He beat you fair and square. I mean, you can't blame him for tactically taking advantage of the fact that you paired Varane with a human potato at centre back. I mean, come on, it's not Diego Simeone's fault that Man United are now just a walking clown circus in Europe. And if you don't believe me, here's a frightening statistic that is sure to blow you into next week. Manchester United, the great Manchester United, have won 2 Champions League knockout rounds since 2011. Two in 11 years. One of them when they squeaked a last-minute win against the European bottle jobs in PSG. I mean, you know, the only club in the competition's history to actually surrender a 4-0 first leg lead. I mean, yeah, it's an impressive European night, I guess. That photo probably looks nice on Facebook, but in reality, you were just wildly celebrating overcoming a football club who've got the mental fortitude of a melted birthday cake. And the other knockout round tie you won was against Olympiacos. And just like the PSG tie, you lost the first leg 2-0. So really, was that convincing? Needing a Van Persie hat-trick to squeak past a team from Greece. I mean, look at their starting team that day. I hope whoever scribbled this up on the BBC was having some sort of light seizure at his desk, because I'm sorry, Van Persie playing the number 10 role, Michael Carrick on the right wing, Antonio Valencia in midfield, and a centre-half pairing of Evra and Giggs, an old man like Rio Ferdinand at left back. I'm sorry, clearly this formation must have been scribbled up by the work experience kid. You know, that strange 16-year-old who hates footy and instead is obsessed with X-Men and cricket, and the only reason he got the gig is because his mum works at reception. I mean, either that or David Moyes really was trying to stuff his contract in a bin. By the way, lads, I just have to say a quick thing. This is mental, okay? This is only the 3rd football video on the channel. I only left my previous channel a few days ago, and the reaction from you has been incredible. Lads, we're already sniffing down the 100,000 subscriber it's mental. You are absolute legends. But I'm gonna say 2 words to you which will feel bone chilling. You know, as if Danny DeVito was whispering late night ASMR in your ear. Okay, are you ready? Football heritage. Yeah, I'm guessing at least 3% of you Man United fans out there are probably now vomiting on the couch, because when Jose Mourinho said that after a defeat to Sevilla, you reacted the same way as if he just insulted the Queen. I mean, this was labelled as a post-match rant. Mourinho trying to worm his way out of a hole in the ground, right? Instead, blaming the club for his defence being eaten alive by Wissam Ben Yedder, right? But no, Jose was just speaking facts. From 1993 until 2012, Man United participated in just 2 Europa League ties. I mean, then called the UEFA Cup. Both times being knocked out in the first round by Russian clubs, Torpedo Moscow and FC Rotor Volgograd. I mean, clearly Sir Alex Ferguson had about as much respect for that competition as Joseph Fritzl had for his kids. He would sooner have jumped out of a helicopter flying over broken glass than actually try and progress in this tournament. I mean, it's like a spoiled mega-rich celebrity like Lindsay Lohan being told to go and live in an orphanage in Peru. She's gonna try and get out as quick as she can. But lads, since the 23rd of February 2012, Man United have competed in 44 Europa League matches. I'm sorry, that's nearly 50 games of European dross on Thursday nights. I mean, Jose was right. You can't suddenly all have a meltdown and cry about losing to the champions of Spain in 2022 when you've been consistently fluffing your lines in Europe for years. I mean, it's unfair to hold this club to the standards of the past. Wake up! This is like criticizing a 16-year-old for failing his GCSEs when he spent the last 6 years feeding his homework to the dog. I mean, it's like criticizing someone for failing to fall pregnant when all they've been doing since 2011 is just making love to the dishwasher. Is anyone really surprised? It's the 5th season in a row that you've been knocked out of Europe by a team from Spain. I mean, 2 of them were against Sevilla, 1 was against Villarreal. Since 2009, you've been knocked out of Europe by Spanish teams 9 times. Oh yeah, and you also lost the 2017 Super Cup to Real Madrid. So that's 10 failures to teams from Spain in 13 years. I mean, were you up against managerial excellence? I mean, sure, Pep Guardiola was a magician, but the rest of those coaches will end their careers having been sacked by Leeds, Tottenham, Fiorentina, Porto and Arsenal. Although, to be fair, Jose is still a football god. Since beating Chelsea in the Champions League quarterfinals in April 2011, these are the titans of Europe that Man United have beaten in Europe since. Schalke 04, Olatul Galati, Ajax, Galatasaray, CFR Cluj, Braga, Bayer Leverkusen, Shakhtar Donetsk, Real Sociedad, Olympiacos, Club Brugge, Wolfsburg, CSK Moscow, FC Midtjylland, Fenerbahce, Feyenoord, Zorya Luhansk, San Etienne, Rostov, Anderlecht, Celta Vigo, Ajax again, Basel, CSK Moscow again, Benfica, Young Boys, Juventus. Juventus, great, Juventus are a great club. Okay, and then PSG. Oh, surely, finally, now we're starting to see some big, a corner turned maybe, right? Nope. Astana, AZ Alkmaar, Partizan Belgrade, Club Brugge again, Linzer Athletic Sport Club, Copenhagen, PSG again. Oh, PSG again. Okay, good. RB Leipzig, Istanbul Basaksehir, Real Sociedad, AC Milan. Don't get excited. That was a shadow of what AC Milan once were. And then Granada, Roma, Villarreal, and Atalanta. That's horrific. That is your European portfolio since 2011. Essentially just beating up spinach standard football teams from the Balkans. I mean, that is Manchester United's recent record in Europe. Sneaking past teams from Kazakhstan, Ukraine and Romania. That is European embarrassment. All that's missing is for Ed Woodward to don a sheepskin leotard and belt out a rendition of Call Me Maybe at the next Eurovision. I mean, aside from that PSG moment, can anyone really pinpoint any great European nights that you've had this side of 2011? Price Up even found time to be dumped out of Europe by Liverpool. You know, when they were just 5 months out from the Brendan Rodgers era. Take away the brand name Manchester United and that lackluster record. I mean, show me that in 2010. That was the next 10 years of results for one English team, and I'd be picking Tottenham, Arsenal, or at a push, Man City. You know, providing that their finances fell off a cliff. Actually, considering the noise about big money takeovers at the time, I would have said QPR or Notts County. Even Fulham were in the European final in 2010, so maybe even them, but not Manchester United. But football heritage. But to be honest, I can pinpoint the moment where a culture of European sloppiness infected Manchester United. Go back to April 2010. Having lost the first leg of a Champions League quarter-final 2-1 to Bayern Munich, to a very weak Bayern Munich, Man United then roared into a 3-0 first half lead in the second leg. Even Darren Gibson scored a goal, before somehow allowing a poor German outfit to then score twice and go through on away goals. That was the first moment of rockiness. I mean, 2 seasons later, and Fergie failed to get this Manchester United team out of a Champions League group that honestly looked about as intimidating as Joe McKelderry playing the flute. I mean, finishing behind Basel. I'm sorry, I didn't realize this was an R-rated script for Fawlty Towers. Old Trafford is supposed to be a fortress, a ground where opposing teams fear. Atletico Madrid are the 9th different club since 2011 to leave this place with a Champions League win. That is embarrassing, especially considering before 2011 only 2 clubs had tasted a European win at Old Trafford since 2001, and that was AC Milan and Besiktas for some weird reason, but that's it. You had a proud European home record, but now you struggle to see off teams with Juan Foyth at the back and Etienne Capoue in midfield. You are getting easily dismantled on your own patch by, let's be honest, a pretty average Atletico Madrid team. I mean, sure, they had a Portuguese rising star like João Felix, but I'm sorry, you have the king of Portugal, a 5-time Ballon d'Or winner with 5 Champions Leagues. Of the Manchester United players used last night, that was a combined £953 million in career transfer fees. I mean, if you just swapped out Diogo Dalot for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, that would have been a £1 billion football team, and I haven't even counted the wages, which would be an annual bill of £170 million. And you're still being dumped out of the Champions League by a team who just lost the right back to Newcastle, to a team who recently lost 3 Champions League games in a row, to a team who squeaked through their group on 7 points, and who haven't actually won a European match in their home stadium in 16 months. I mean, what? I mean, the sad thing is, this is what the future looks like. Because from where I'm sitting, you are sitting 5th in the Premier League, having already played 3 games more than Arsenal. It's mid-March, and there's just 2 points separating you and West Ham, who are managed by the guy you moved on from 8 years ago. I'm sorry, no, how humbling is that? You are closer to Newcastle and Brighton than Manchester City. Right now, you're heading back for your 6th season in the Europa League since 2012. I mean, this is a competition which used to feature teams from England like Middlesbrough, Blackburn, Portsmouth, Bolton, Fulham, Birmingham City, Newcastle, Wigan and Stoke. Not Manchester United. and not Man United 6 times in a decade. You're going to be back in a tournament that was recently attended by the Duck. I mean, is this really what you want? To be in a competition where if you go into the bathroom, you'll probably see Stoke was ear scribbled on the toilet walls. I mean, do you really want to follow in the footsteps of Charlie Adam? This is a competition which Robbie Savage used to play in. It's a tournament where Steve McLaren was a runner-up. Just no! Roy Hodgson nearly won this goddamn thing. Tony Adams was a coach in the UEFA Cup. Chris Hughton, Tony Pulis and Alan Pardew were all managing in the Europa. What? This is insulting to the Manchester United fans. This is a competition which should be beneath them. But it's not, because sadly they've only managed to win the goddamn thing once in 5 attempts. And who did that again? Oh yeah, the master tactician who you binned for a Cardiff flop. Make it make sense. Anyway, that's what it is. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. Always, I'll talk to you in a while.